Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first AMA for EOS Bees. We got some of our princess bees here, and we're going to go through first an introduction, overview of what we worked on this month. And if you are joining us live, please join the EOS Discord. We're in the voice chat, and please put your questions in the stream chat, and we'll make sure to try to answer those. So yeah, I just want to start it off and thanking Pomelo and the EOS Network Foundation. We are so grateful and thankful for the support the EOS community has shown us in Pomelo, and for the EOS Network Foundation as a matching partner. This is very valuable for the EOS community, and it's going to enable us to bring on more hives and pay our bees a little bit more for better incentives. And yeah, so let's at least go around for the princess bees that are on here. If I could just ask them to make a quick introduction and maybe say a word or two about their hive, their goals, and perhaps, yeah, we can go from there. So let's start with Bishop of the French Hive. Hi, how are you, Bishop?
Hi everyone, my name is Charles Bishop. I'm from Paris, and I've been taking over the French Hive recently. Before that, it was Vince, who is also an EASY member like me, and I've taken over this week because he's on a trip for a year in South America. He's gonna visit our friends from EOS Marketplace, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm taking over for the time being, and it's a real pleasure because we got a great hive over here. It's a small one compared to the Korean hives and such, but we're very passionate about it. We have, since the beginning of October, launched an Instagram where we do educational videos. We plan to do more and continue on producing, well, educational content, marketing content, and expand from that over to YouTube and a lot of video content. Yeah, plan on doing that. We think it's the best to simply educate people, really straightforward to bring what's necessary for them to understand the basics of blockchain, of EOS, and understand the benefits. And aside from that, we do a lot of AMAs with other community telegrams. For example, we did one recently where we gained over 300 members for the French Hive, which was really nice. And yeah, no, for now, it's been really great. And we've got a really passionate hive over here.
Great, thank you, Bishop. It was great to see you guys doing educational content. I know Instagram is something that I don't think any other hives have focused on. So it's great that we have at least one hive that's tackling Instagram. So that's great. Let's go to Dario of the English Hive.
Hi guys, I'm Dario. I'm as well an Eden member and as well working with the EOS support. With the English Hive, in addition to the tweets, we make as well posts and comments on other platforms such as Reddit, Forum, and LinkedIn. They started to grow the hashtag EOS ecosystem, and we have as well one worker bee who is focusing on research and development to connect all the bees Twitter to aggregate the marketing data, so we get analytics and statistics where we can see what is working good, where we have to change something, and how we can focus. Yeah, or how we can do best the strategy.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
it.
obviously I speak English, so I do a lot of work myself for the English Hive. So we started with an English Hive, and we're moving towards like a more of a global hive. But some of the work I can maybe expand on that. We came out with the EOS Beginner's Guide That's something that I wrote with help from other members of the EOS community, and we're translating that into other languages in our Hive. So that's a big one. And the analytics piece that is in regards to our swarms. So we have two maybe primary services that we provide to the EOS community: translations and swarms. And a swarm is when we take all of our bees to engage on a Twitter post, a YouTube comments, Reddit post. And the analytics are helpful to determine what's the value of each bee's engagement on a post. So right now because we're working on it, we don't yet have rich analytics. So we value each bee the same. So, if it's like 100 bees engage, then you'll pay an average cost for the 100 bees. But when we get better analytics, you can say, okay, this bee is worth this much, this bee is worth this much, based on their followers and the engagement that they can deliver for their unique profile. So that's going to be super important for everyone across all hives. So the English hive is kind of like a hybrid English global, but eventually they'll be more separated in the future. All right, so next we have Recep from the Turkish hive. And I'm not sure, we had talked about it may be cool for him to speak in Turkish. And we have one of his worker bees that can speak in English. From what I understand, many of our Turkish-speaking EOS community, they don't understand English. The English is not very good, so we'll see how it goes. Hello, Recep.
Hello, hi everyone. I will continue my speech to Turkish because just said there's so many person in Turkish community and they will listen us. So I will speak Turkish. Emre will translate for Turkish listeners. Öncelikle merhabalar. Ekranı paylaşmak istiyorum ben şimdi.
Hello everyone, so Recep said I want to share my screen.
Okay, you see the button? Should be a button that says screen.
Why I can. Okay. Evet. Biz Türk kovanı olarak ekranı görebiliyorsunuz sanırım.
Yes.
Biz Türk kovan olarak bu ayki görüntüleme sayılarımızdan bahsetmek istiyorum ilk başta.
Wait, so I want to talk about our views firstly.
375 bin görüntüleme aldık toplamda 28'ine kadar. Bu geçen aya göre %309 daha fazlaydı. Burada en çok görüntülenen tweetimizi görüyorsunuz 28.3 binle. Bu token dağıtımları ile ilgili bir tweetti.
So you are seeing the most engaged tweet you are seeing right now?
Bu Türk kovan olarak ilk yaptığımız en önemli iş belki de eğer bizi dinliyorsa kendisine teşekkür etmek istiyorum. Mete isimli bir influencer'la anlaşmamız oldu.
As a Turkish, there are some messages.
Bir daha tekrar edeyim mi?
No. As a Turkish hive, our first big move was to recruited the name Lipai this month. So Lipai's got a website, which is technology projects, has an average daily of 50k views.
Burada ilk yaptığımız iş Jesse'nin EOS için başlangıç rehberini çevirmekte. Bu site zaten görüntüleme sayılarını görüyorlar. Tek tek söylemeyeceğim. Oldukça fazla bir kitle sahip.
So you are seeing the numbers of views right now on the screen.
Yeah, the Turkish Hive, they onboarded the first influencer out of anyone in EOS Bees. And so his name is Lepi, and so that's what you're seeing here.
Yes. Daha sonra bir YouTube kanalı açtık. Burada YouTube kanalı gerçekten beklediğimizden daha çok bir ilgiyle karşılaştı. 15 günlük bir kanal olmasına rağmen.
Tamam, dur bunu çevireyim. So our second move was creating a new YouTube channel. We created our channel on 12 November, but despite it has been almost 2.5 weeks, we already have more than 1,000 views. So it is better than we expected.
Evet. Burada YouTube kanalında zaten arkadaşlar izlemiştir. Cüzdan nasıl açılır, işte RAM nasıl alınır, EOS ekosistemiyle ilgili bilgilendirici videolar yaptık ilk başta. Daha sonra evet.
Our first video was about how to create Wombat wallet, how can they use, so what is the importance of 12 character EOS account. So that's all.
Evet, bir de podcast yayın yaptık. Bu podcast yayını da 800 küsür izlenme aldı. Sen biliyorsun tam mesela 831 yani.
Yeah. So we record the podcast which has over than 850 viewers right now in our channel.
Oldukça iyi geri dönüşler aldık yorumlara. Çünkü EOS'la ilgili Türkçe kaynak az. İnsanları bilgilendirdiğimiz için, bazı şeyler açıklığa kavuşturduğumuz için.
Yeah, we got great feedbacks for answering the questions. So there are lots of food around, and the Turkish community don't know who to trust, who to listen.
Evet. Bir de son olarak bir onura nail olduk. 20 EOS'luk bir hediye aldık kraliçe ödülleriyle. Bunu da çekiliş yapmak için kullandık. Bu çekilişte de amacımız çekilişin ait olduğu işte tweette YouTube kanalımızı göstermek, insanların bizi takip etmesini sağlamaktı. Amacına ulaştı diyebiliriz. Çok fazla görüntüleme aldılar. Onları özetlerse.
Tamamdır. So this month I have got a reward from our queen, which is 20 EOS. So we used that award for to increase our number of followers, our YouTube and Twitter channel. So for this purpose, we organized a raffle, and we asked participants to follow our account, tag someone, and RT to raffle to it. So you are seeing the numbers of engagements on the screen right now, like 13,000 views. And thanks to this tweet, like we got more than 75 followers on YouTube channel, on our Twitter channel, and as a result, so we gave EOS for 5 winners. So we make that, we did with that EOS.
Bir de bu vesileyle
I'll jump in here. Let me jump in here real quick. So with the Queen's salary, I'm going to be rewarding Hives every month. And this month I decided to reward the Turkish Hive. I'm very happy with all the Hives, but in particular the Turkish Hive, they're very organized and just very efficient with the influencer and creating new content and the views they're getting, the engagement they're getting. This is a function of how Turkey, the country, relates to other countries in regards to crypto culture. They have a very, very active crypto culture.
Yes.
They have their currency, the lira, is devaluing very quickly, but they're very passionate about crypto. They have like a middle of the road GDP, and so they do have like income relative to other countries. And so after just doing this and learning about all the different kind of language communities we have in EOS, I regard the Turkish speaking EOS community as perhaps in our community. And so I wanted to give them a little bit more funds to do what they're doing, and so yeah.
Jesse'nin dediği gibi biz Kripto açısından yani Türkiye şanslı bir konumdayız. Kripto işiyle Türkiye'de çok yoğun ilgi var. Herkes.
So as Jesse said, we are so lucky that everyone is interested in crypto in Turkey.
Bu açıdan şanslıyız ve aslında karşılaştığımız bazı hem worker'lar hem de arılar açısından da şanslıyız.
So we are also lucky with our workers and scouts.
Onlara da burada teşekkür etmek istiyorum.
So we are thanking to them from here.
Yeah, in fact, in our funding distribution algorithm, part of it ranks each of the countries by Bitcoin search Google trend. And out of the jurisdictions that we have, Turkey ranks number 1 in at least a Bitcoin search for Google Trends. So I'm very thankful to have them in EOS Bees. Do you have anything more, Recep?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's move to Sang-young of the Korean Hive. Hello, Sang-young.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Is my mic okay?
Yes.
Let me share my.
Recep, can you mute yourself, please?
Okay, sorry.
Hello? Can you see my screens?
Yes.
The presentation?
Yes.
Is it on? Okay.
It is on.
Hello, nice to meet you, everyone. And I'm really glad to can talk each other together in the same place. Maybe this is the first time that we talk together, and I'm so happy that I can stay together. And today I want to say about what we did and what our Korean Hive strategy is and how we works. So let's start. So today, first, I think it is really important to set first that what we should focus on. Then how we work. Then I'll tell you what we actually did on November. So what is the issue of Korea is there are too many EOS haters and they are dominant. So EOS haters are dominant in every Korean communities, and they keep spreading wrong information, negative MSP for EOS. So which makes EOS looks bad, and the crypto beginners thinks, oh, maybe EOS is not good, so I shouldn't buy it. I shouldn't be in it. So it makes the EOS weak. So for example, this portal is the EOS forum at the popular Korean crypto website, which is CoinPan. So in the CoinPan EOS forum, 95% of the tweets are about how EOS is bad. So even some named user made a EOS hate union, and they keep spreading bad images of EOS. So we need to handle this. But this kind of negative atmosphere of the EOS affects many people. But even when we try to give it right information, they are seriously bothering us now. But usually haters hate just for the sake of hating. So it is really hard to change their stance. And I think it will be definitely impossible to keep the B code when we confront them directly. Because definitely it makes a kind of argue. So Korean Hive gonna use the strategy carrot and stick. So which means the carrot is the soft power of contents and the stick is the hot power of the bee swarmings. So bee swarming will get rid of the food directly, and with high quality carrots, which is the contents, will make familiarize and educate EOS. So so we said what we should focus on and what is our strategies. So we needed to set the system of how it works. So let me tell you. So Korean Hive has 1 princess, 4 workers, 14 scouts, and I think we have a very good division of roles, which means there is no duplication of work. So it means every worker is doing different things. And the Korean Hive can be usually grouped as a content swarm and an influencing swarm. And so when they work together, it makes a beautiful synergy. Like good news with a very readable typographies, infographics, something, the EOS memes. So vital information will be delivered more well and good with a good graphics. You know that, right? And when we swarm, there is no distinction. Everyone participates. So we can make the swarm really strong. Like we call this group activity as a thought bulldozer, which is we are monitoring most of the communities in Korea, like 24 hours, kinda. And when we find the third, we remove it by mass reporting and disabling altogether. Like, can you see the check mark and the bees and the things, which means that we can track it every time we track it. So this Ford bulldozer is working really well, and if now some use hater is blocked, and every day is Ford is being terminated. So okay, so this is the working system. Let me tell you the exact what we did in November. Like, I can describe as a number of Korea Hive's performance. We did 694,000 total number of views, more than 1,123 articles, which is posted and produced and translated. And we keep monitoring more than 10 communities in Korea. And we made more than 35 graphics. And maybe you saw the EOS cartoon. It ranked as a second popular cartoons. And we made 654 NFTs. So let me introduce about the influencing swarms performance first. The spreading and influencing swarms produce accurate information and spread it. And the scouts spread by swarming and gathering their data. It means whenever scouts spread information, they record their activities. Every scout has their own Excel sheet, so we can track them really easily. So since November 1, they posted more than 1,000 articles and nearly 700,000 views. And the remarkable performance of the spreading swarm, the KS Scout to the Moons got the world first prize for the EOS related activities. So since November 1, the KR Hive started to monitor 10 communities to prevent floods, which is I said before, the flood bulldozer. We keep monitoring it. So now about the creative swarm, which will be kind of interesting. So we have 3 workers in a creative swarm. So use cartoon, we're making use cartoon and lots of infographics. Maybe you saw this photo, the We Are One team, and meme makings. So Workout Proman made more than 35 graphic images, which is spread naturally and can deliver the good news more well. And this will be more interesting. Work Mari started publishing the EOS Poppy series in Naval Webtoon. And can you see the Poppy? Poppy looks like a dog, but in the tune, in the story, Poppy is made of the EOS blockchain. So Poppy is kind of very fast, and Poppy doesn't consume any energies. It means Poppy didn't eat anything, but it looks cute. And you can see the dog in the tune, and the dog is keep saying pow, pow, pow. It is POW means. So it is Raven coin actually. So it consumes lots of energy in the tune story. So Poppy beat them because the dog is consume too much energy. So it describes the how EOS is eco-friendly and how like consume a little energy. So it will educate people about how EOS is good. And it was really interesting that it was ranked the second most popular cartoon.
Wow, that's great.
So the next, Walker Jung-gyun, is sincere NFT writer, and he since November 1 he produced 654 NFTs, but most of it is kind of similar, but it's a lot anyway. So his goal is helping to activate EOS NFT platforms through the various NFT production activities, and he's doing giveaway events too. So all the Korean hives get his NFTs. So if you guys want, we can give you. So summary, in many Korean communities are dominantly negative of the EOS. So to overcome this effectively, KHub is using the Karen stick strategy. So we have been very active and motivated, and I think we made a good achievement in various fields. And I'll show you. I hope I can show you more. Yeah, it's time for Plan B. Thank you.
Thank you, Sang-Yong. And
Yep.
we're going to provide these newsletters. Some of the hives, like the Korean hive, are done with it. Some are still working on it. But yeah, definitely check out the cartoon. It looks really good. So, yeah, thank you, Sang-Yong. All right, let's move to Duck from the Vietnamese hive.
I thank you, Daisy. Hi, hello everyone. Trần Tiến Thức. I'm a princess from Vietnam High. So I have a summary of activities from High Vietnam in November 2021. So in this month, we have done 3 Telegram call. In this call, we talk with LSB member, and the other is they are member of the LS community, LS Vietnam community. So the content we talk is include one orientation for a worker bee scout, and the second is answer the question for new member relate LS news, like for example the topic about LS Nation Foundation, about Eden LS, Helios, Pomelo, block.one, Bullies, etc. So our worker have done many things like translating, like share, retweet LS update on Twitter, Telegram group, and Facebook group from Vietnam. So we say many anti-food news in crypto Vietnam groups about US. Our worker have designed the some banners to share with our member in Telegram group, like how to join USB, how to register LSB, and create some LS meme. So also we have done the translations of the EOS Beginner guide from English to into Vietnamese. So that's all from my Hive in November. Thank you.
Thank you, Duck. I've been working with the Vietnamese Hive for the newsletter, and so that's going to be obviously in English, and we can review. There isn't a lot of English in our Vietnamese community, so thank you, Duck, for joining and providing your insight. But yeah, we'll have content, more content in English that you can refer to for what the Vietnamese Hive has done in the month of November.
Yes, thank you, Queen.
Okay, so we have hives that are active. Active meaning they're getting paid with our treasury, and hives that are not. And so you just heard from the active hives that are here on this call right now, but there are a few princess bees that are leading hives that are not active. So perhaps because they're not active, they're not expected to do any work for the month of November, so there's no newsletter or anything like that. But perhaps we could just make an introduction. Let's start with Taras of the Russian Hive. If you could just say hi and maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. Or if you're not ready, we could start with she or she. I never really learned how to pronounce your name of the Chinese Hive. If you'd like to speak.
Jesse,
Yeah.
Taras wrote in the B channels that they don't have access to the voice. I think they can't talk. They don't have the permission.
Oh, because he's not. Maybe he doesn't have the role of the bees. Let me try to. Okay, so let me work on that. There's Vitruvius here of the Hindi Hive. Vitruvius, do you mind saying a few words?
Sure. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, so
Yes,
thank
you're
you,
audible.
Jesse, for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, I would like to update the your fraternity about the Hindi Hive. So we are ready with our skeleton up, and we are almost 10 to 15 people strong who have a diverse, very diversified skills ranging from into development. Your developer is also on board with us. We have copywriters, artists, and a lot different skill set are on board, and we are also contributing as and when we came across any content related to yours. We try to promote it. Even we are not right now very much active, as Jesse has already told you all, and we are looking forward to get actively involved. Hopefully, we would be you would be seeing us a lot more doing engaging and hearing more about us going forward. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Vitruvius. And just for our plans, if Pomelo ended today, and if we get those funds from the matching funds, the hives that will come on board, the Hindi Hive, the Russian Hive, and the Chinese Hive, will become active. And that's how we're going to use part of our funds. Paris, you do have the role of EOS Bees. From what Yana was saying, that's what you need to be able to speak. So can you just try speaking one more time? I see your video. You're on mute. Have you tried unmuting yourself? No. Okay.
They have the role now, but they still can't speak. I would propose that they maybe quickly leave the chat and rejoin.
Yeah. Okay. So, as we're waiting for that, or let's see. There we go. I think.
Oh, hello.
So you're not
Can you
on.
hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's nice to be here. I'm from Ukrainian and maybe partly Russian Hives, so I can speak about myself and few other guys that are going to represent these Hives. So we have some activities already ongoing. For example, we do the translation of Dan Larimer's book, Molecule Animal, to Russian, and it's partly done. We also have good background that I think we will be able to use when we start working more actively. For example, we have one person who had similar experience with MLM marketing and things like that for more than 10 years, and now he has his microfinance fund on Eos running. And we also have a guy who having a EOS related Telegram chat in Telegram for a few years, and he have a few hundred followers there. Yeah, so we are looking closely for everything that is happening. We are already doing something. We are looking forward to do more. Thank you.
Thank you, Taras. That's great to have the Russian-speaking community ready to go. I'm very excited about the potential of the Russian Hive. Okay, I see that she is, or she is not muted anymore. So while he decides, or if he can talk or not, I will invite everyone to go to the stream chat, which is the channel right above the voice chat here. If you have any questions, please write them there. Okay, share. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I can provide a few more color as we're waiting for questions. So I'm going to tease a little bit about we're moving to a new model, and I did an interview with Nova Crypto that's coming out on December 9th. That's going to go over some of the new things we've been working on. And so we've been live for about a month now, and everything that's been on paper is now in a live environment. And I'm seeing a lot of things that I think can be improved. And so we're working very hard on coming out with a new kind of way to organize and way to do work. And I've been talking with the people at Haifa DAO. They're like the DAC factory, and they've been working on it for about 3 or 4 years. They're on Telos, and it's open source EOS.io, and we want to do so they call it a DHO, and we want to get our own implementation, and to for many reasons, but one of them is to explicitly put on chain our strategy to decentralize. So I'll speak a little bit about that right now. So right now we're centralized, and I hold the decision-making power. But as we mature, the plan is to decentralize, and we're going to do that with in the Haifa DAO. is like the underlying software, and what I'm looking at is the seeds do, or they pronounce it do, and they have a very interesting way they do it to decentralize the decision making. They do it with a non-transferable token, and you earn that token by contributing to the DAO. And so for EOS Bees, we do translations, we do content creation, we do business development. And so the plan is for every bee that does a piece of work, you're going to earn the EOS token. You're also going to earn a non-transferable token that's only going to be minted. So there's going to be like a bunch of, the plan is at least, a bunch of tokens minted up front for the queen, princess, and workers. And then anyone can come in. You don't have to be a bee. You know, if you want to get paid for some marketing work, you can come in, do the work, get approved, earn the non-transferable token. And so the more you contribute, the more voting power you'll have to decide where we use our funds. So that's really all I'll say about that. We're hoping by Q1 2022, we'll have at least the MVP of the platform up. So yeah, we're working with Hive, and we're also talking to Tippet, which I'll briefly mention. So we have our swarms. This is very, very valuable service that we have to promote good things and to respond to FUD. And with our analytics, and we're going to use Tippet to automatically reward our bees who participate in our swarms. And so, you know, we've been experimenting with different incentives to reward our bees because, you know, it's interesting because it's a very small action. You know, you just like and retweet. But so like the reward can't be big because it's such, you know, it takes a second. But there's like getting over like the entropy of actually doing something that's only, you know, it takes a minute. So that's been a bit of a challenge to try to get all the bees to participate. So we're experimenting around that, but it does involve manually, at least right now, manually going in, seeing who participated and who didn't. So Tippet could automate all of that for us, distribute the funds, and automate the tracking. And so those are two, I guess you can call them partners or contractors that we're looking to hire with our Pomelo funds as well. And yeah, and so, you know, we wanted to come on here to you know, allow the EOS community to ask us questions, to give an update on what the hives are doing. We're going to come out with more information on what the hives are doing. And I just I'm so, this has been such a cool journey to kind of build this team, and I'm just so thankful and grateful for the support that we've been getting. And we've come a long way, and we still got a long way to go. And let's see, it looks like there's something in the stream chat. So what are the plans for DAO for Bees? Do you have some knowledge about similar initiatives in other blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum? Maybe we can study and learn something useful from their history and their work, or learn from their mistakes. Yeah. So Telos is the other blockchain that we're looking at. The Hive DAO team have, you know, they said they've made many, many, many mistakes in building their platform. And so we're starting with them. And I think that there's, you know, going to Bitcoin and Ethereum, yes, it could be valuable, but as we all know, there's unique ways that you can build applications on EOS.io that you can't do on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I still, you know, they're very busy. They're launching like something like Discord, where, you know, you have your like Discord channels on the left-hand side. You're going to have your DAOs on the left-hand side. They have a really slick looking application. And so they're working really hard on that. And there's kind of like a very layered the organizational structure. So, you know, I'm just starting to get through that, just starting to talk to them. And I've got a lot to learn from them, and they're really pros at it. So we've got, they're on Pomelo, and we promoted them, we donated to their grant, and they're going to bring a lot of value to our DAO. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Unless anyone has anything else they want to say. Yeah, we tried to, I felt like this time we've discovered is kind of the best time for kind of the whole world to at least be able to join. But I know it's kind of in the West, it's like in the middle of the working day. And so, we do our best. Oh, I don't have permission to speak here. Maybe one last try. If you can leave the group, or actually, let me check that you have the of bees first. Hold on. Oh, can't even find you. Just try leaving the group and coming back on.
I just gave her permission, or him.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Uh,
hear me?
yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hello everyone, this is Xia. I'm from China. Now the Chinese Hive is dormant, but we didn't stop working, and we'll be awake soon. Also, I think we will take lots of work on marketing US. Yeah, and we're glad to do it. Thank you.
Yeah, I am so excited for the Chinese Hive, and they've got everything ready to go. They're just waiting for funds, and I know it's very kind of complex for the regulatory climate over there and everything. So, thank you, Shay,
Thank you.
for joining. Okay, well, I hope this was a good update for everyone. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be providing more documents on what we've been doing. And always feel free to reach out, join our Discord. You can find the link in our Twitter description, our Discord link in the in the EOS Bees Twitter profile description. And yeah, thank you for everyone that came to listen. And I guess the closing words is, we're doing our best to promote EOS in a positive way. And no matter what entity you are, if you're doing something positive for EOS, we're going to promote you. And that's just how it goes with EOS Bees. That's what we feel like is the best strategy. And so we're going to continue doing that. And because perception is everything in the token price, just like the stock market. And so we're going to shine the light on all the positive stuff that's going on. And the idea is that's going to make us or increase our awareness in the market cap sector. So we're doing our thing, and we're going to be doing a lot more of it, hopefully, as we get more funds. And yeah, we're always here to listen, and so please reach out. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.